Alright, so I'm sure most of you have seen it by now. So you saw the EA press conference. Oh man, for as long-winded as a conference as that was, about 2 hours. And yeah, I actually watched like a majority of the full 2 hours. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't talk about Madden a lot more. Like, I wish we would have gotten some actual gameplay. But unfortunately, we didn't get any gameplay. So that's kind of lame. Yeah, we got like CGI stuff, but we didn't actually get any gameplay. But first things I want to say about that story mode trailer that they released, that is pretty cool. The fact that you can actually go to play in high school and then college and see if you can get drafted, that is pretty cool. And they also said that the storyline is non-linear, so like everyone's storyline, even though we are all playing the same character, which by the way, the guy you play as is a quarterback, and his name is Devin Wayne, or at least he was heavily featured in the trailer as a quarterback, so I'm assuming you can only play the quarterback position. But yeah, you saw high school football, you saw college football, and they even said, like, at the way end of the press conference, when they finally started talking about Madden and not frickin' Star Wars, because oh my god, they were talking about Star Wars for almost a whole hour. And then, just when you think they're finally done with Star Wars, they talk about that stupid Star Wars mobile game, and then just when you think they're done talking about all that Star Wars BS, then they go for Need for Speed, and it's like, oh my gosh, kill me now, please, give me some frickin' Madden already. So yeah, I really did like the trailer. Also, what really blew my mind is that at the end, I'm gonna get back to what I was gonna say before I got segued. I loved at the end when that blew my mind when they said that there's a chance that when you're in your storyline, like your storyline could be so different that maybe you don't even make it to the NFL. Maybe you have to go to some like semi NC, like isn't there like a semi NCAA league, like it's almost like a semi pro league. I forget what it's called, but they're even gonna have that in the game. So if you don't make it to the NFL, you play in that. So that is mind blowing. I imagine they're going to have the Combine because in the first trailer they teased it. And then they had that same scene later on in this other trailer that they released. But I'm hoping eventually as the weekend goes on, we actually see gameplay, like a franchise mode and stuff. Because that'll be interesting. Because the story mode is cool, don't get me wrong. But like I want to see some actual gameplay with like different teams and stuff. Just so that we can kind of get a feel of how franchise is. Because they said like all the story mode stuff is going to be restricted to story mode, so I'm hoping that we see some I'm hoping we can still get the Combine in franchise mode, because like DM, like you said in one of your videos, the executive producer on Madden said that they were working on story modes for franchise. So story modes for franchise, like you said, that probably means that we are getting some sort of mild story mode, but I don't think it's going to be as cutscene based as the Devin Wayne story mode. I don't think so. Or I believe they're calling it the long haul story mode, which I think it's cool that they give it a name, because it does kind of play out like a movie, because you start in like Pee-wee, like pretty much like elementary football, then you move on to high school football. It kind of brings me back to NCAA football when you got to play in high school and then you got to college. But here it's even more deeper, because you start in Pee-wee, then high school, and then hopefully you can make it to the NFL, because they said it's possible that you don't even make it to the NFL, which I think is mind-blowing, because when you think of Madden, you think NFL. So you think that in a NFL game, they'd expect you to get to the NFL, but I guess that's not the case. So that's really interesting. And for those of you guys that are going to say in chat, oh, Alex, you were so wrong. They can't put college teams in Madden because they don't. EA lost the NCAA license. And somebody actually explained this to me, and DM was actually the one that explained this to me on his stream. The NCAA, that is just a name. Like the colleges are actually like they're licensed by themselves, like they're independent. I think it's called like the CLC or something. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, the colleges have their own licensing agreements. So like the NCAA, that means nothing. EA could still have college teams with their real names, and they don't need the NCAA football. Now, sure, this would, I mean, if they were to go back to make a college game, this would make it so that they wouldn't be able to call it NCAA football, but they would still be able to have the college team. So, like, let's say they did announce a NCAA football 19, maybe. I don't think we're going to get this one this year, but maybe next year. Who knows? It wouldn't necessarily be called NCAA football 19, but it could still be a college game, and it could still have all the college teams under NCAA football. So, and it could have their real names. See, like if EA didn't have the NFL license, because the NFL, the teams aren't embedded into the NFL license. So the NFL is different, but the NCAA, the teams are not embedded into the licensing, meaning they can make a college game and have all the college teams, but they just couldn't call it NCAA football. That's all that means. That the NCAA is just a name. It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean a single solitary thing. So they could still come out with a game like, let's say next year, NCAA Football 19. Let's say we finally get an NCAA football game. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying total speculation. Let's say we did get one, perhaps. They could still call it College Football 19 and still have all the college teams. All right, I think I've beaten the point to death, so you guys get the point now. So yeah, that's why they're finally able to have college teams in Madden. That's why, because, yeah, I don't think you're going to hear them referring to NCAA. Like, the commentators aren't going to refer to it as the NCAA. They're just going to refer to them as college teams, but they're still going to have their actual names. Like, this isn't a fictional college thing. They're actually going to put the real colleges and teams in the game. It's just you're not going to see any NCAA logos because it's not part of the the NCAA part isn't there. It's missing. That's just all it means. So, yeah, with that out of the way, guys. So, yeah, and one thing that I thought that was really insane is that they said they've been working on the story mode for Madden 18 for 4 years. So that would have been like, let's see, 2013, I think. So they've been working on this for 3-4 years. So 2013, they started working on this. That was it back when Madden 25 was in production, that they started working on the story mode. That's how long ago they worked on this. So with that being said, that would make sense why the storyline is going to be so intricate, and you're going to be able to change the way the storyline, because there is no set storyline. Yes, you are playing as a one character. You do not get to create your own guy. That has been confirmed. You play as this character named Devin Wayne. But, let's say I play as Devin Wayne and you play as Devin Wayne. Our experiences could be completely different. So that's why this game would be absolutely fantastic to stream. Or the story mode for Madden 18 would be fantastic to stream, because you could probably stream this. You could beat it thousands of times. Well, maybe not thousands, but quite a few, maybe a few dozen times maybe, and get like different results every time. Even though it's the same character every time, the progression system might be different because of the way you played them. Maybe you play as them through college, and then, whatever, and then you actually get to the draft, and you play in the NFL for a little while, and then maybe you retire, or maybe you don't even get drafted, or you don't get drafted at all, and then you have to play in like a semi-professional league, like maybe Canadian football. I don't think that's in the game, but I think there is an American like semi-pro professional. It's similar to NCAA, but I forget what it's called. It's like NCAA, but it's more lower. The only reason I know about it is I think it's called like the NCIAA or something. I don't know. I saw it on like because I went to a college fair like several months back, and I saw this, and I asked like one of my Phi Ed teachers what that means, and this was a girl, by the way, and she said like that it's like a semi-pro league. So that's really interesting to me, that's a thing in the game. So yeah, yeah, I mean, I would literally get this game just to try the story mode, because they said that the story mode is literally going to play it like a movie. Like, it's not just going to be on-field action. like, it's going to be like an actual storyline. Like, it's going to show the guy's family, and it's going to show him going to the draft if you make it, because they said you might, it's already been confirmed. They confirmed it at the EA press conference that you could play through it and you may not even make it to the NFL. So that's crazy. So yeah, it's a very intricate mode. It's not as linear as we may have thought it was going to be. So I'm pretty damn impressed, honestly. I think I'm going to enjoy it, honestly. I think I'm definitely going to try it out, and I kind of want to stream it too, so you guys can see what I'm interested to see what kind of results I get. Hope I'm good at the 40-yard dash, because man, that button pressing I bet you they're probably going to have like some X circle combination or something, some weird little mini game for the 40-yard dash. But that's going to be interesting. Yeah, so it's going to be like Superstar mode, but it's going to be a little different because we don't get to create our own guy. But it's going to be, at the same time, it's going to be, in terms of storytelling, it's going to be far more vast than what Superstar mode ever was. So you kind of got to look at it. And like I said a month ago when Madden 18 was first announced, or first revealed rather, because obviously we always knew there was going to be Madden 18. There's always going to be a new Madden. But like I said, they may not have the character creation system for story mode this year, but you gotta remember, they've been working on this for 4 years, so maybe they'll lighten up with the storytelling so that they can push out a story mode faster for Madden 19. So they'll probably allow us to create our own guy, which will be pretty dope. But yeah, so that's, the future is going to look really bright. Obviously, let's not get too far in the future because we want to enjoy Madden 18 while we can, but I'm just saying, man, the future looks bright for the story mode, like even well after Madden 18. And like I said, I mean, they could do several seasons of this too, because FIFA started out with story mode in FIFA 17, and now we're transitioning to FIFA 18. I don't play FIFA, but I'm just saying, FIFA was the one that pretty much inspired Madden to do story mode, because FIFA 17 started out with story mode, and then FIFA 18 is also going to have its own mode, which is called The Journey. And I think it's called like The Journey Returns or something. I saw it on the press conference. I don't know exactly what it's called. But yeah, they had... So chances are for Madden 19, they're probably going to have like a long shot part 2 or a long shot return or something. I don't know. But anyways, guys, that's kind of my first impressions of what they've shown us so far of story mode. So yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think about story mode. If you're a fan of Madden, are you excited for the story mode? Like, let's say you haven't played Madden for a few years. Will this bring you back? Is this something you can enjoy? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Far From Subtle, which is another YouTube channel, they played Madden 25 and they said they didn't like it because they think it's kind of garbage. But I think they love Madden 18 because of that. Because I don't know, but like, I think it's going to pull a lot of people into Madden that you wouldn't even expect to play Madden. I think it's going to be kind of interesting. It's going to expand the Madden community, I think. But I mean, anyways, I've been going on for 13 minutes, so I think I'm going to end it here. But anyways, yeah, guys, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, keep on subscribing, guys. Or tell more people about my channel and stuff, because like I said, once we hit that 50 mark, or that 50-some mark, I do want to do a giveaway. Something in the form of maybe like PSN money. So, yeah. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Peace.